joining me. My name is Carlos. Today I will be presenting a chest routine, very minimalistic, very short routine, start of the week. It's a Monday. Last week was we went pretty darn hard. This entire month, keeping the logbook, doing PRs, going harder than last time, one more rep here, 10 more pounds over here, and it's been an amazing month. This month seems like it's been like 3 months. It's just been unbelievable. The gains, the new projects, everything is just, it's quite astounding actually. It's really good. I'm really happy with what's going on. Started the diet on the 10th of January, and that's coming right along also. Okay, a few words with the diet. I'm doing a 15-day breakdown on the Excel. Not going beyond 3 pounds every 2 weeks. You don't want to lose too fast, and I certainly don't want to lose the gains that I've been making. I usually make PR gains. I usually get stronger on the first 8 to 12 weeks of the diet. It's the last 4 weeks when you really want to get shredded and drop the body fat from, below 13, 12 down to 10 and below. That strength can become an issue. It wasn't really an issue last year when I got down to 10%, but anyway, so keeping the logbook, keeping the Excel for 15 days. So like from the 1st to the 15th, log in my weight every morning, fasted. I'm not logging my macros or protein. I'm doing it visually because I've done this so many times. I know exactly what I need and what my portions are and how much I'm eating, although I do weigh my food. But I'm not writing everything down because I know it's at this stage it's 2,700 calories. That's what it is. It's so carbs every single meal or 3 times a day. I'm eating 175 grams of protein. Excuse me, folks. Let me get my mind straight. 175 grams of cooked rice for lunch, my second lunch, and for dinner. For breakfast, it's 200 grams of cooked protein, either chopped chicken or beef, and on top of that, 5 egg whites and 2 yolks, and 2 potatoes, 100 grams total of potato in an arepa, which totals out to about 29 grams of carbs to the arepa, 18 grams of carbs for the potatoes. So that's it on a fly. Now for the evening, the last meal, I try to keep it keto. So I'll have my 200 grams of protein and maybe 100 grams of cooked rice, which is, it's not that much. I'm still including carbs in all my meals for now. So that's it. Now, on Saturday, I was looking at my logbook, and I had already dropped the 3 pounds on average. This is an average. You can't say, okay, today I'm weighing 204, and then today I'm 201, I dropped 3 pounds. No, it's the average for those 15 days. You average it out 15 days. Okay, dropped a total of 3.2 pounds. So I decided to up the protein. I was eating less protein. I was eating about 130, 140 grams every meal. I upped it to 200. I just upped it to 200, and yesterday I gained 3 pounds. In one day, I gained 3 pounds. But my waist is tighter. My jeans are looser around the, it went straight to the muscle. Muscle. Like protein is muscle. It's not belly. It's not the overhang here, the love handles. No, not the double chin. None of that. It's muscle. So by upping the protein, I felt like it's like a 24-hour recomp. I was probably a little too low on protein. So I regained some weight and dropped, I felt like a size on my waist. So that's what's going on there. Now with the training, last week, this entire month has been training very, very hard. Moderate volume, like moderate, 20 to 30 sets per session. And so today, I decided to slow down a little bit. I still push on my predetermined PR goal. So today was a Smith machine on the bench press. The bench press incline on the Smith machine. And we got a PR. I got 8 reps with the 2 plates. It was 225. I've never done 8 reps. I've always done either 5 or 6. Last week it was 7. And I bombed on the 8th. Today it was 8. Got 8 reps. 8 reps. Felt strong up to the 6th rep, the 7th with a struggle, and the 8th rep took everything I had. And then from there, rested a little bit, went up to 245 pounds. Last session, I got 1 rep and bombed on the 2nd. Today, I got 2 reps and bombed on the 3rd. So you see how this goes. It's just like, it's building. It's getting stronger. Today was stronger than last week. And that's the idea of keeping the logbook. Without the logbook, I don't know what I would do without the logbook, at least with that, that complete focus and commitment to doing more, training harder, and overcoming my PRs, doing heavier weights, more reps, and just progressing. Because for years I didn't keep a logbook like most people. You don't see people writing this stuff down at the gym. And so it really is just by feel. But by feel, I don't see people really progressing that much, at least in the commercial gyms. Like at this gym today, I was keeping, I'm observing, these same guys coming in to train. Some are very committed. I know for a fact they're not keeping a logbook, and they stall. They basically hit walls, and they'll be there from now on. That's where they are. They hit a 2.5 plate wall on the free bar squat, and you'll see them 2-3 years from now doing the same thing. Very rarely do I see anybody really methodically, systematically overcome their weak points and come in with a purpose to do 1 more rep, 1 more extra pound, whatever it takes to go further into the progressive zone. This is called progressive overload. Now, if you go on the internet, there's an overabundance of clickbait titles of how to get more work done with less weight. Can you get strong with light weight? And it seems that the idea is to make something, instead of working harder, which this is what it's about. It's like, how hard can you work is how easy can you make it on yourself to get the most out of it. And that's backwards. It's inane. It's completely contrary to the bodybuilding mystique and ethos, which is how hard can you work? You don't want to work that hard. Okay, I get it. Don't worry. You want to find out the optimization of the thing so you don't have to work so hard. This is the best way to train because you don't have to work so hard. Oh, you don't need those 50-pound dumbbell curls. You can do it with 25s. That's what the lazy man wants to hear. That's what a person who really doesn't want to work that hard wants to hear. They want to hear that. They want to hear, I can get by doing less, not putting out so much effort. Do I really need to do a 400-pound squat? If I do a lot of reps with 2 plates, maybe I can get there, right? Good luck. It's not going to happen. You'll get fit, you'll get cardio, but you're not going to get the same results as if you would build up methodically and systematically up to 400 pounds. And then once you get, you reach the 400 pounds, you'll be happy with yourself. Believe me, at least I am. I am very content with the things that I have achieved because they're there. I can come in on any given day and give it my all, and I can squat 4 plates or deadlift 4, 4.5, and now I'm building on my bench press, which has always been a sticking point. And the pressing movements, like, the shoulder press and the bench press. I need to get them up beyond 3 plates. That's what a professional, real bodybuilder should be able to press. Now, it's not about the weight. Bullshit! That's a lie, fallacy, fake news. It is about the weight. That's why all these bodybuilders try to train heavier and harder than last time. If it wasn't about the weight, then they wouldn't do that. But this is the thing with fitness. It's almost like governed by an algorithm to keep people believing lies. It's like there's like this malignant overseer that just wants to see people bound into lies. And if you're willing to believe these lies, well, it's on you. How can you believe that you're going to build maximum muscle size with less instead of more? A lot of these top bodybuilders are training, sometimes they'll train with less weight now, but how did they build their physiques? Oh, you see the training videos? Yeah, back in the day when they were doing 500, 600, 700-pound squats. Why would they do that? If they never did that, they would not be able to train lighter today. It's not like you train light and that's how you're going to get it. No, these people went all the way to the top, And obviously there's a limit to how heavy you can go. There's also a danger to how heavy you should train. And so there's a certain point where they don't need to do that. They've achieved the strength and the mass, and now they have the luxury to maintain and do a different style of training. And then the newbies see it, like, Ronnie, Rolly Winkler doing lunges with 25-pound dumbbells with these huge quads. And he's doing these lunges with 25-pound dumbbells. The little girls do that weight. Do you think Rolly Winkler in his heyday got those quads by doing 25-pound walking lunges? Do you really believe that? God, people are so, I'm sorry, but this is just beyond ridiculous. It's like the other day I saw a video of Nick Walker training light. He was doing something light, and the comment section just lit up. See, you don't need the heavy weights. It's like blah. And then, the next week he's doing 180-pound dumbbells, 200-pound dumbbells on his incline chest press. Why would he do that if you can get away with only doing 100 pounds? Because you can't get away with it. Not if you're going to be a top bodybuilder. You got to lift those 200-pounders. Your competitor who does lift that weight, he's going to get a thicker chest. Now, people who get injured in top level bodybuilding and they can't train as heavy, what happens? They lose their size. That should get you thinking. If you can't train as heavy and you lose your size, ergo, if you train light, you're not going to get as big as if you were training heavier. Is this logical? Is the notion so difficult to grasp? Quoting Morpheus here from The Matrix. Is the notion so difficult to grasp? It's a beautiful statement. Because some things are so obvious. They're so commonsensical. And people make all kinds of excuses. Now, in some of the forums that, I opine and post on, especially in the older crowd, I get it. Not everybody wants to train heavy, sure. But to go on the post and make a dogma of lightweight training as the best way because longevity, it'll save your joints, that's not necessarily so. My knees were hurting last year, my elbows, my shoulders. I did not compromise on weight. I continued to train heavier than before. I changed my angles. I changed my exercise selection. Today, I have 0 knee pain. No shoulder impingement. I can reach back and grab whatever. No shoulder pain. I couldn't feed myself. My shoulder was so painful. I couldn't lift my fork to feed my mouth. I couldn't feed myself. And today, I did 245 pounds on the incline, and I'm looking to do 315. So it's not really about the heavy weight. The heavy weight can exacerbate a bad angle, a bad position. Like some people are married, they're absolutely dogmatic about the way they should do things. Oh, don't flare your elbows. Don't flare you when you bench press, do it like this. Don't do it like this, do it like this. Because if you do it like this, so that's how I hurt my shoulders. Now I flare them and they're doing better and I'm lifting heavier weight. So what is the truth? Find out what works for you. Sometimes half reps work. Sometimes on certain exercises. But then you'll get the form Nazis, man. Oh, half rep wonder. It's like half reps. Man, I build up some incredible strength on the half reps and then I go full depth. I do all the different types of ranges. But when somebody sees a half rep, they cannot comprehend. It's like they have this limitation because in fitness, it's all about dogma, really. I find that fitness has more in common with dogmatic religion than just about maybe politics. But like, man, in fitness, you get some dogmatic people with some ideologies. That's all I can say. This is the way to train. And so-and-so trained like that. Look at Arnold. He trained like super strict and bullshit, man. I was watching, you see Arnold train. He trained every type of system there could have ever been. He trained sloppy. He trained ugly. He trained strict. He trained beautiful. He trained everything. He did 275-pound barbell rows that were like the ugliest form you could ever think. if somebody else would say, you're going to hurt your back. Yeah, you're going to hurt your back. God, twiggy back. I mean, really, is your spine made out of glass? You know, so you heave it up. Come on, it's like a power clean, a lot of weight. It's gonna work. And then there's the time for doing this thing here, nice and strict, nice and strict. But if you break out of any mold, you'll get. Cause I've seen these forums, man. It's hard to get two people to agree on anything. It's the most divisive, schismatic, opinionated place that you could go to. Now, my bubble here is that I'm making my progress. I know that I am getting better. So it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks. Like, whatever people say about form, it doesn't matter to me because I know the goals that I have and I know the gains that I'm making and the progress that I have achieved. And so people's opinions are just bullshit. They're shit, really. I mean, they are completely discardable, disposable, non-important. They're nothing, zero to the left, nothing. People's opinions. If you know that you are making your gains and you are progressing. Anyways, that'd be all for today. I'll leave you with the workout video, narration there, explaining, very short video, just a few exercises, maintenance on the abs, maintenance on the calves, and a couple of PRs on the Smith machine incline bench. That'll be all for today. God bless everybody. See you in the next episode. Starting off the last week of January after a very hard month, or a month of very hard training, starting the diet on the 10th. It's been a very active month. It's felt like actually 2 or 3 months crammed into one. And today I really just did not want to do a long routine, so we did a minimalist type training today. Starting off with these hanging ab leg raises. Just hanging leg raises. I call them habs. You have habs. I find them to be one of the most effective, absolutely number one exercise for the abdominals. As long as you really focus on the stretch on the bottom, just let yourself hang and contract voluntarily the stomach, the midsection. This is really, really a top-notch exercise. It's also helped to bring out some of my obliques and the transverse abdominis. So it's a very easy exercise now to perform. I strap myself in so the grip is not an issue. Although sometimes I'll, go strapless just to work on my grip. It's also a very good exercise for the shoulders. I will be doing the Smith incline later in the session, so this actually is a good warm-up for the shoulders, believe it or not. In fact, some people recommend this as therapy for shoulder issues and shoulder pain. I know it does me a lot of good just to hang, and of course I get the added benefit of building up my abs. So again, to build them out, I usually, do 3 to 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Today I started out with 20, I brought it down to 15, 12, and 12. The other thing is I never fail to do my warm-up cardio. But today it was just, the gym was packed, and I wanted to get on the Smith machine, and I had to bring the incline bench from another floor. So it was really dodgy. It was kind of iffy if I was going to make it to the Smith machine. So I couldn't be hanging out in the cardio and, just hoping for the best. So instead of cardio, I worked out my abs. And the idea with the pre-work cardio in any case is to get the heart rate up and to warm up, just to get limber and get your blood flowing, get your body temperature up. And this pretty much does it also. So 4 sets of hanging abdominals, and I'm ready to go. It felt weird not doing my cardio. I wouldn't really consider it cardio. I mean, it's 15 minutes, for goodness sakes, and it's only, it's very mild. So here we get right into it. Today we adjust the pins at just the right height. We don't want to bring it down to our neck, just a little bit above. It goes beyond 90 degrees, obviously, and it gives me all the proper leverage and force I need. So here we're bringing it up slowly with one plate, 5 kilo, plate and a 10 kilo. Here we're 200 pounds. And again, not really doing much work today. It's just kind of a maintenance type of routine. I don't know if it was just laziness. You know, you should do everything you need to do according to your strength that day. I push myself. I am very disciplined. Now, so here, we're doing the top set. This is like my PR set. Last week, I got 7 reps, and today I got 8. So I was really happy with that. I mean, something came of the session. I actually beat my previous number. I've never done this in my life. I've never done 225 for 8 reps. I've done 3, 4, 5. Now I'm up to 8. And here I did 2 reps with 245. So I kind of tied last week. And here, doing the calf raises. Now, somebody mentioned to me on another video, that is the most boring exercise I could ever imagine. Now, yeah, I mean, you can, it's whatever, it's, things are as interesting as you make them. And, you know, some people find interest in building up their calves, which others find exceedingly boring. But let me tell you, I'd rather have thick calves than not. And since mine aren't really naturally that thick or big, I really need to work on them. And I do. Like, I really spend a lot of time, or at least I never waste an opportunity to build on my calves. And here we go up to 2 plates. Really focusing on the contraction. Keeping the contraction at the top for a split second. Not stretching too much at the bottom. People get really hung up on you got to stretch all the way. That's a good way to rupture your tendon. You're not working your muscle at that point. You're stretching your tendon, and you can hurt yourself. So enough is enough. And here we go to the seated calf raise. I didn't even bother to put on any weight on the machine, just the weights that were there. Somebody left a plate and a 3/4. And that's what I worked out with. And it was enough to get a burn. I was so lazy today, I didn't want to put any weight on there. I didn't want to go and grab a couple of plates and just put them on. So I decided to do the best I could with the weight that I had in front of me. And it was great. It was okay. It was, that was a minimalist session. It was like, this was the shortest session in a long time. It wasn't a bad session. I got my PR on the Smith. I'm getting stronger on that incline bench. And so that was the saving grace of this session. That'll be all for today. I don't think I did anything else after this. Let's see. No, that'd be all. Anyways, God bless you all, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Oh, no, we got a little bit more here. I actually did. Man, you know it's a very kind of off day if I'm doing wrist curls. Now, truth be told, you need to do the wrist curls. You need to build up your forearms. I need to build up my forearms. I've lost my vascularity. I had thick veins on my arms, and now I'm smooth. You know, I'm trying to bring down the body fat. I will bring down the body fat. I started the diet, you know, just 15 days ago, 20 days ago. So it's just starting to kick in. And so just these wrist curls, my God, everything just looks so smooth, like really no muscles. But that doesn't bother me because I know this process, and I know that by the end of February, I'm going to be looking very different by the grace of God. Now, if I stay on everything on point, and there's no reason not to, life can get in the way, but we're praying to God that that's not the case and that everything will go according to plan.